My cousin David Shankman was working as a civilian on Wake Island when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor. And when Wake Island was taken by the Japanese, David was captured and eventually sent to a prison camp in China. He was working as a civilian on Wake Island to save money because he wanted to go to medical school. But he was so traumatized by his experiences that 2 years after he was liberated, he committed suicide.
By seeing the pictures, you get a real deep understanding of what these poor soldiers went through and how evil and awful the Japanese were, and they just were heartless.
The saddest part of the exhibit were the number of people who died and the starvation and how cold it was. I cannot think of how cold it must have been for them, and that they didn't have blankets and coats, etc.
So the part of the museum that we liked the best was the one that showed that the Chinese and the Americans came together, and the Chinese helped the Americans so much through their suffering in the POW camp.
I think this is a very wonderful reenactment, really showing what life was like. It gives those of us who were born after World War II an understanding of what our soldiers went through. And the reason why I cry a little bit is because we still fear war. You know, right now I feel like the world is not very safe. So I think about, what if we were in a war, would we live like this, or would we live at all?
I didn't know about this camp. I've studied a lot about World War II, and I've studied a lot about what happened in many different places, but this is a place that was unknown to me. And so I think it's really important that these kind of exhibits are here so that people can have a real sense of what actually happened in the past. This brings it to life in a real way that you simply cannot get just by reading it in a book. So I think it's fantastic that this exhibit is here.